30 minutes later.
We're still sitting here. It's almost lunchtime. Alrighty then. Let's see, how much of this do you think is going to make my show?
This isn't.
Drop, stitch, magic loop, slip, slip, purl, slip, slip, knit, twisted cord, wrap and turn, pick up and knit. Joe plays scarf.
Hi everybody, welcome to another episode of Joey's Scarf. Today is Tuesday, June 23rd, and I'm coming to you from Barnegat, New Jersey. My name is Linda. You can find me all over as Lyndagrace. It's a hot, muggy day today. I thought about recording outside, but it's just too warm. It's been a little over a month since I recorded last, and we are still in the middle of the coronavirus across our country. New Jersey, where I am, where we are, is doing pretty well as far as bringing the curve down, but we are just starting to open up. We are having outdoor dining now. Today or yesterday, actually, the salons opened, barbershops, and I'm sure it's going to be a while before I can get an appointment there. And I'm not sure I want to rush in to do that. So my hair has gotten long and bushy, and I'm just going to go with it for now. We've been doing pretty well, hanging in there. Yes, this past weekend was the first time we've been at my daughter's. We went there to visit, finally, the grandchildren. We sat outside, kept our distance, we brought our own lunch, and it was great to see the kids. And then on Father's Day Sunday, my daughter-in-law came with my grandson, that's Joe's son, Domani, and again we sat outside for a little bit and visited. So that's been a picker-upper. And one day, about a week ago, we went to my sister's for a barbecue and did the same thing, safe distancing, ate on separate plates and all of that stuff. So it's been good to get out, because I think the both of us were really, really getting a little depressed, and we need to get out. I'm still, as I said, a little hesitant about things, but I'm getting out a little bit more and keeping our fingers crossed. So today, I'm going to show you some knitting, a little crochet, and maybe Ross will join us a little bit later. So let's get going. Okay, so a lot of the knitting I've been doing lately is scrappy knitting. I'm trying to de-stash, and I have a lot of little bits and bobs and ends of sock yarn, some minis from advent calendars, and I'm trying to get through those. So I've been doing a lot of striping and scrappy type things. So one of the first things I made during this time is this cowl, and it's called Free the Minis Scarf, and it's by Amy Meeks. Free the Mini Scarf. And I'll put a lot of the information that I think you might want in the description box below. So this is what mine looks like. And it used up a lot of leftover sock yarn, and I'm quite pleased with it. It's very soft, very warm. I can triple it, double it, and it'll be nice for the winter. It was the type of scarf that you knit in a tube with a provisional cast on, and which was fine. I didn't have a problem with that. My problem is at the end when I have to join, when I have to do the Kitchener stitch to join the ends. And that's a little tricky. And it's kind of not too bad. But the first time I tried it, I'm just looking and I see a drop stitch here. I'll have to fix that. But the first time I tried it, I didn't have it straight, and it wound up being like this when I was joining it. So I had to take it out, and that was quite an ordeal to do that. But I got it straightened out, and I like the way it came out. And this is all, again, leftover yarn. It's a good project to use up your leftovers, and it went pretty quickly. That's my Free the Minis scarf. Okay, another project using Scrappies. I guess that's going to be the theme of this podcast, is how I use up my minis, scraps, bits and bobs. So the next thing I did was called Wrist-ticklers, and they're fingerless gloves, I guess, or wrist warmers. And it's by Kay Jones from the Bakery Bears, I think their podcast is called, but that's Kay Jones. And they're cute, really cute. And so this is my version. And you can wear them as wrist warmers like this, or as you can bring them up over your fingers and wear them like this. But very, again, a quick knit and cute, and I think they'll be useful, practical, and fun to make. Number 2. Cute, right? All right, so one of the things I have been doing to kind of get me through this time is I decided a long-term, huge project, but one that I could do in little bits so that it doesn't become overwhelming. So I've decided to make, are you ready for this? A 100 pair of shorty socks. I'm not giving myself a time limit. I'm just going to make them and post them on Instagram, and we'll see how far I get. But I've been having fun doing them because they're shorty socks, they're a quick knit, and again, I'm using up my scraps, and that's a good thing. So I'm going to show you a couple of pairs I've made. I'm going to show you, so far I've done 9 pair so far since I've podcast last, and that was a month ago. So to speed things up, I'm just going to put one at a time on the sock holders here. This is one of the pair that I made, using up, again, scrap yarn. That's pair number 1. Pair number 2. Pretty much the same pattern. that I use for my socks. And in this case, what I'm doing is, for my size foot, I cast on 56 stitches. I do a 2x2 ribbing for 2 inches. And then the little leg here, I do between 15 and 18 rows before I put in the marker for the afterthought heel. And for my foot, it's 6 inches down to the toe and then the toe decrease. Pretty simple. And it goes pretty fast. Okay, pair number 3 and 4. It's pair number 3. And that's pair number 3. And one of my favorites, pair number 4, the stripy one. I had fun doing this one, picking out the colors. And that's pair number 3 and 4. Okay, pair number 5 and 6. This is pair number 5. And here's pair number 6. All right, pair number 7 and 8. Here's pair number 7. I like these too. I like the color combination. Pair number 8, 7 rather, and here's pair number 8. Okay, so for pair number 9, I decided to try some lace, switch it up a little bit. And the pattern I kind of adapted this pattern, which is Easy Lace Socks by Winwick Mum. And again, I'm going to put all this information in the description box. So I just took the lace portion and did it on the foot part of the shorty sock. And it came out nice. It was fun for a change to do something a little different rather than just the plain sock. I like the way these came out. I believe this yarn is Miss Bab's yarn. But that's the Easy Lace Sock. It's cool. Different. I would do these again. The pattern is very simple to memorize. So that's it for my socks. My 9 pairs so far. And that means how many more do I have to go? 91 more pairs of socks to reach 100. Think I'll make it? I'm determined. Okay, ta-da! This is the Sweet and Simple Sun Hat by Jayda, Crochet and Stitches. She does a podcast tutorials, and then of course you can get the pattern. I think I paid for the pattern. Yes, I did pay for the pattern. You can either buy the pattern or you can go along with her as she tells you step by step how to crochet it, and you could write down as she's going on if you want to do that, and then you won't have to pay for the pattern. But I like to have the pattern, so I pay for the pattern and watch the video. She's real sweet to watch, very entertaining, and it uses cotton, crochet cotton, and this is dishcloth cotton. It's nice and stiff. It's, I don't know, I think it looks silly on me, but it's very lightweight to wear out, cover the hair because we haven't had our hair done in a while, or just to keep the sun off of your head. And I probably will make another one now that I've done this one. I learned some things about it. It took me a while I took it out 100 times before I got the hang of it, because of the way you start off with a circle, and my problem was finding where I started from, so keeping track of the first and last stitch, so to speak. She helps you with that, and if I would have paid more attention, it probably would have been easier for me. But yeah, this is a cute hat. I have a lot of dishcloth cotton that I could probably make another one, easily make another one. And it was fun to get a break from knitting socks and knitting with scrappy stuff. So that's my sweet and simple sun hat. I think I'll keep it on, keep my hair off my face. Okay, on to works in progress. So as I was going through my stash about a couple of months ago, so it feels like that far away, I noticed that I had a lot of orange flavored yarn. I don't know why, because I really don't like orange, but for some reason I keep buying it. And I decided I better start using it up. So I chose these two colors. Let's put this down. I think they really go together nicely. One is Hue Loco and the other one is Miss Babs Hot Shot. Both of them are not available anymore. I think this is the Hue Loco. It was one of a kind, and this is Miss Babs Hot Shot, which she doesn't carry anymore. And the pattern I'm making is this one. It's called the Shifting Stripes Shawl, and it's on the Yarnspirations website. It's a free pattern, free download pattern. And this is how far I've gotten. It's pretty cool. I like the pattern a lot. It's just the color that I can't work with for too long for some reason. I just have a thing about these colors. So I pick it up every once in a while and do as much as I can because I really like the pattern. I would make the pattern again using colors I like, and I would probably be finished with it already. But it's cool. I like the way the stripes go this way and the wider stripes go that way. It's fun pattern, and now that I've dug it out to show you, I think maybe that's what I'll work on today. Back to the scrappy theme. I decided to make a little throw. Now, I don't know how this is going to come out. I'm using Grandma's Dishcloth pattern. And that's the pattern where you start off with 3 stitches, and the repeat row is just knit 2, yarn over to the end. And so it increases into a triangle. And then when you get to the point where you think it's going to be big enough, you start decreasing. So now I don't know doing it on the fly if it's going to actually come out to be a square once I'm done, but we'll see. So again, using up some scraps, and maybe with this I will actually use up most of them. That's a work in progress too. And again, working out of this bag, plus I have a whole bag of minis. That's that. I'm using a size 6, a size 5 needle. So that's that. So future projects, I am participating in the Curious Handmade, Helen Stewart Curious Handmade Mystery Knit Along. I think it starts tomorrow. And it's the Stillness Shawl Make Along. And I think it uses 3 skeins of sock yarn. And yeah, so it's coming out Thursday actually. The first clue's coming out Thursday, June 25th. I have not picked out my yarn yet. She's given quite a number of suggestions, so I kind of think I can put together 3 colors, but that's what I'm going to be starting on Thursday, and I hope to keep up with the clues. And I like the way she writes her pattern, so I should be able to do that. Okay. All right. So if you watched my last episode, you'll know that we were doing a knit along in the Joey Scarf group. I haven't forgotten about it. It was a knit along in memory of someone or in honor of someone that you care very much about. And we had about 9 finished objects, all different and all lovely. And I did a random generator pick, and Joanne Curry's Feather and Fan Scarf for her sister in Michigan is the winner. I really appreciate everyone joining in, because this is one of my special knit-alongs that I do in honor of Joe, of my son Joe. So congratulations, Joanne. I didn't forget about this, and I want to send you something. So if you will send me your address, you can, and I will get something out to you. The scarf is really pretty. I like it a lot. Actually, Joanne did 2 scarves, both for her sister. So that's the info on the knit along that we were doing last month in the Joey Scarf group. So I think that's it for the knitting portion. I have my socks to work on, maybe another hat. I'm starting my mystery knit along on Thursday, and just trying to get through this business. We were brave last weekend when, actually I forget what day it was, but the outdoor dining opened up, and we have a favorite restaurant that we like to go to, and they really did a nice job fixing up their patio. It was a beautiful day. Sky was blue, birds were singing, and the umbrellas were up, and it was just lovely to sit outside. We walked up with our masks on as required. We sat down were shown a table by a lovely little hostess who also had a mask on. The bus people were wearing masks, but the 2 servers who were there were 2 servers serving everyone. taking orders, bringing the food. Those two servers were not wearing masks. I was very taken aback by that and was quite concerned. And when our server came up to take our order, I asked what the policy was as far as mask wearing. And the person told me that because of asthma, they were not able to wear a mask. I don't know the story about the other server, whether that person had asthma too. But it made the experience very disappointing because I was on edge the whole time when I'm going to cut this part out. When the person came to take the order, they were kind of leaning over us, leaning down on us. And when the food was brought, it was the same situation. We know the owner. We're familiar with the owner because we do eat there frequently. The owner was not wearing a mask, but the owner was not coming into contact with people except for one small detail, and that was when it was time to pay the check, we had to go inside and pay the check inside to the owner who was not wearing a mask. So I couldn't decide whether I wanted to say something to the owner or not. I did not want to jeopardize this person's job. It may be the only job that they have. I just figured it's up to us as customers to decide whether we will go back again or not, and I've decided not to go back. I am sure the owner is well aware of the regulations and what's going to make their customers feel comfortable. I would say 99% of the people who came into the patio area, customers, were wearing masks and continued to do so until their food came. So, I don't know, it's a tricky situation. And it's too bad that it worked out that way. So I'm a little hesitant now to go to other places, but that's one of the things Ross and I really enjoy doing, is going for breakfast once a week or so, or having lunch out on the water, doing things like that, and taking advantage of the summertime in the beach. And hopefully we will find other places that will accommodate what we think is the best way to keep safe. So with that, I'm going to see if I can get a hold of Ross and see what he has to say about things. I'll be right back. Here we are. It's very breezy today outside. We're sitting on our front porch.
It's beautiful out.
Yeah.
It's just like a half a degree too cool.
Well, it's not cool in the sun, that's for sure.
That's
but it
true.
is beautiful today.
It is gorgeous out there.
Yeah. So, what are our plans for the day?
Well, I thought we were going shopping, but
Well, we might go to the Acme. We have been getting our food either delivered by the kids, which they're not doing that anymore because we've been able to go and pick up our food at the grocery store. They'll bring it out to the car. But now we've actually been going into the store. So we've had 2 trips, one to ShopRite, one to Acme, and I think maybe today we'll go to Acme.
okay.
Okay?
Which Acme do you want to go to?
The one right here.
The one right here.
In Barnegat.
Okay.
And yesterday
I was thinking that maybe if we went to the new Acme that they just rebuilt in where is it?
on the island.
On the island, yeah.
Could do that.
We'll get the layout of the new store.
It'll be an adventure.
What is that?
The garbage man.
It's backing up to pick us up.
Okay. Yeah, I thought it would be nice to have the tree in the background.
This is exciting. We just got attacked by the garbage truck.
That's right.
Well, that was the garbage truck, and we lived through it, and we're here.
Yesterday we made a pretty big purchase. So we ordered a new
Weber.
We ordered a new Weber gas grill to cook a barbecue grill. Not charcoal, it's gas. Ours was over 20 years old, our old grill.
It was 20 years old. It was bought in, I was going to say Canterbury. It was bought in Cranberry,
Right.
New Jersey, for your birthday.
Yes.
20 years ago.
And we're not going to say how old I was 20 years ago.
You were a mere child. Yes, that's
Well,
a long time.
A long time ago. So the old grill was sitting out on our patio in the back,
Being dirty.
being neglected. So we had to take the thing apart. Empty. The old grill was, you could use charcoal and gas. So it was filled with charcoal. It had a gas canister attached to it.
For starting.
It had all kinds of different parts. We had to take the whole thing apart so that the garbage guys would take it.
We initially tried to turn all the valves off, turn them all off, pick the propane tank out, and put it over here. Then we were going to dust it off and clean it off, but we could not break the seals on the screws, nuts and bolts. I mean, we just could not get that thing off.
Well, I think the reason that we couldn't is because it's been sitting out in the rain for 2 years.
For
So
20 years.
Not for 20 years. So it was pretty, the screws were pretty rusted, and oh my goodness, the two of us huffing and puffing and crawling around under that grill.
We probably could have blown ourselves up.
I'm telling you, I could smell the gas, so we wore our masks.
We wore our masks made out of a very interesting chenille with a floral background.
But we finally, oh my goodness, we finally got the thing apart.
Where are they? This is a live show.
And then dragging it out from the backyard.
Oh, do you want me to
What?
drag it out from the backyard?
No, it's gone. The garbage people took it.
Oh, well, they are efficient.
We are not 20 years younger anymore. We're 20 years older, and we were exhausted by the time we got that thing apart, put all the stuff, all the charcoal in a garbage bag, and then drag it out to the front
Why did we do all that work?
so that the garbage men would take it, and so when our new grill came, we would have a nice new spot for it. And that's coming on Friday.
I feel like I'm part of the morning show. Because we talk that way. We're talking blurbs and
At least we're not ranting and raving.
that's true.
What do you think about me knitting 100 pair of socks? You think I can do it?
You think I can do
think-
a soft shoe?
I think you can.
Well, if I can do a soft shoe, you can. What are you gonna do?
Knit 100 pair of socks. I'm not giving myself a time limit.
I'm
It'll
sure.
just be before I die, maybe.
I'm sure you'll knit 100 pairs of socks long before you die. Why do you even bring that up?
That's it for now. All right, so that's it for this episode of Joey's Scarf. And we'll see you next time. Stay safe, stay healthy, and say goodbye, Ross.
Goodbye, Ross.
Bye-bye.
I want to do my pirate smile.
No, we're not doing the virus. Do your necklace.